In the small village of Amaorji, nestled in the heart of a lush valley, Ifeanyi, a poor but determined young man, lived a humble life as a farmer's apprentice. Despite his circumstances, Ifeanyi's heart was filled with hope and ambition. He had one driving passion: to win the heart of Princess Ifeoma, the beautiful daughter of the king. Ifeoma, with her radiant smile and kind spirit, had captured Ifeanyi's heart. Though their social differences seemed insurmountable, Ifeanyi and Ifeoma's love for each other only grew stronger. They would often steal glances at each other during market days, and Ifeanyi would find ways to leave small gifts for Ifeoma, tokens of his affection. However, the king disapproved of their relationship, believing Ifeanyi was beneath his daughter's station. "A princess and a poor farmer's apprentice," he would say. "It's unheard of, Ifeoma. You deserve a prince, not a commoner." But Ifeanyi and Ifeoma's love was pure and strong, and they refused to give up on each other. Undeterred, Ifeanyi worked tirelessly to improve his life. He spent long hours in the fields, learning the art of farming and husbandry. He would often go to the nearby forest, gathering herbs and medicinal plants to sell in the market. His hard work and determination caught the attention of Chief Amaorji, a wealthy friend of Ifeanyi's late father. Chief Amaorji was impressed by Ifeanyi's potential and saw something in him that reminded him of his own son. He offered to sponsor Ifeanyi's education abroad, providing him with the opportunity to study and build a better life for himself. Ifeanyi was overjoyed and knew that this was his chance to prove himself worthy of Ifeoma's love. Before leaving, Ifeanyi went to the palace to bid Ifeoma farewell. They stood under the ancient Baobab tree, its branches twisted and gnarled with age. Ifeanyi took Ifeoma's hands, his eyes locked on hers. "I return to you, Ifeoma," he said, his voice filled with conviction. "I'll make a better life for us, and we'll live happily ever after." Ifeoma, with tears streaming down her face, promised to wait for Ifeanyi. She knew the risks, but her love for him was stronger than any obstacle. Ifeanyi left, and Ifeoma remained in the palace, counting down the days until his return. Years passed, and Ifeanyi excelled in his studies, becoming one of the most promising students in his field. He worked multiple jobs to support himself, fueled by the memory of Ifeoma's smile and their promise. He studied late into the night, determined to make a better life for himself and Ifeoma. Meanwhile, back in Amaorji, Ifeoma faced pressure from her parents to marry a wealthy prince from a neighboring kingdom. Though her heart belonged to Ifeanyi, she pretended to agree to the marriage, holding on to the hope that Ifeanyi would return. The prince, with his fine clothes and expensive gifts, seemed like a suitable match to the king, but Ifeoma's heart was not in it. As the wedding day approached, Ifeoma's anxiety grew. She had received no word from Ifeanyi, and she feared he might not return. She felt trapped, caught between her duty to her father and her love for Ifeanyi. She would often sneak out of the palace and visit the ancient Baobab tree, hoping to find solace in its ancient wisdom. But just as the ceremony was about to begin, Ifeanyi rode into the palace on a magnificent horse, his wealth and success evident in his fine clothes and adornments. The king, taken aback by Ifeanyi's transformation, finally accepted him as a worthy suitor. Ifeanyi dismounted and approached Ifeoma, his eyes locked on hers. "My love," he said, his voice confident and determined. "I've returned for you. Will you marry me?" Ifeoma's heart leapt with joy, and she nodded eagerly. The king, seeing Ifeanyi's success, finally gave his blessing for the young lovers to marry. However, the prince, feeling slighted and rejected, challenged Ifeanyi to a duel. Ifeanyi, determined to prove his worth, accepted. The two men faced each other, their eyes locked in a fierce stare. The crowd held its breath, knowing that the outcome would determine Ifeoma's fate. The duel was intense, with both men fighting with skill and determination. But Ifeanyi's love for Ifeoma fueled his strength, and he fought with a ferocity that surprised the prince. In the end, Ifeanyi emerged victorious, his sword raised high in triumph. The prince, defeated and humbled, bowed his head in respect. The king, seeing Ifeanyi's bravery and determination, finally gave his full blessing for the young lovers to marry. Ifeanyi and Ifeoma's wedding was a grand affair, with the entire village in attendance. They exchanged vows under the ancient Baobab tree, surrounded by friends and family. As they danced under the stars, Ifeoma leaned into Ifeanyi's chest, her heart full of joy. "I'll never let you go," Ifeanyi whispered, his lips brushing against her ear. "You're mine, Forever and always. Ifeoma smiled, her eyes shining with happiness. I'm yours, Ifeanyi. Forever and always. Their love story became a legend, inspiring generations to come. Ifeanyi's journey from poverty to wealth and success proved that with hard work, determination, and true love, even the most impossible dreams can become reality.
The end. Thanks for watching.